What's going on, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages? Joker back again, once again. One of, if not the most important thing in all of Destiny isn't strikes. It's not raids, it sure as shit isn't Gambit, nor is it PvP. Hell, it barely has anything to do with the gameplay, which, to be fair, is arguably some of the most solid gameplay in the market. But if Halo Infinite has taught us anything, it's that solid gameplay isn't enough. Not for the modern gamer. No. They need something more. With more and more games turning to loot and cosmetic systems to keep their player engaged long after the honeymoon, more and more games have begun to live and die based solely on their reward systems, their proverbial Skinner's boxes. And when given the tools to express themselves in a virtual world, what do players choose to do? Slap together some of the ugliest fashions they can possibly imagine, to the point that I question if some of these people are blind, but they're playing a video game, so they just have no taste. But before we get into the roasting of your fashions, or the lack thereof, a word from our wonderful sponsors, NordVPN. When you're not using NordVPN, ISPs, governments, and hackers can see exactly what you're doing online. But by connecting to NordVPN's fast and secure servers, your data will be doubly encrypted as you go about your internet browsing shenanigans, like learning about color theory so you can put together a palette of fashion that doesn't make me want to scratch my eyes out. NordVPN is fast and easy to use, and not only does NordVPN protect you while you're at home from people trying to steal your personal information like credit card or social security number, but it does so while on the go, when you're out and about using public Wi-Fi. So protect yourself before you wreck yourself, and while you're protecting yourself, take advantage of NordVPN's suite of wonderful features like unlocking Netflix libraries in other countries, or getting access to content and games that may not be released in your region yet, all at the click of a button. Now I know what you're thinking.
But Joker, VPNs are expensive!
Not today, oh contrarian commenter of contrarian comments. All you need to do to get started is visit nordvpn.com/butjoker with the link in the description below to get a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month at a huge discount. And the best part, it's risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. And before we continue, I would like to take a moment to thank our wonderful sponsors at NordVPN for supporting the channel. And with that fashionable shout-out, back to our show. Well, our first contestant on Threads a Shite is... I did not keep the names. I just took the images, threw them in a folder, and here we are. Purple Titan number 1. AKA, I showed up to a fashion show with a basic set Andy, and thought I would be able to get away with it. Well, you're here, so kudos. However, but you're not here because you look good or bad. You're here because you're like, yes, I put a basic set that already belongs together for a fashion show. Look at how original I am. Yikes. If you were any more basic, you would be Bleach. There are hunters, and as we all know, all hunter fashion is basically the same, who are less basic than you are. And speaking of hunters, hunter fashion, it's all the same. It's really lame. It's hunter fashion. Yes, I know. That song was about as creative as most hunter fashion sense. I don't even understand how hunters manage to pull being unfashionable off. After all, they have a cape. Capes are awesome. Look at Batman. Look at Superman. Look at Salad Man. In fact, can we take a moment to appreciate, like truly appreciate, the fact that a fucking Titan with a cape puts 99.9% of all hunter fashion to shame. This isn't a warlock. This is a Fursona. What the actual fuck is going on here? So first you have a yellow head sock. It's like a pastel yellow. Then your proportions somehow make it look like you're smaller than what you actually are, and yet still really fat, but like fat in that skinny fat sort of way. Like this actually hurts to look at. It's like an assault on the eyes. One-eyed mask is already a terrible looking exotic, but then you somehow made it look worse. And it's not just the color. I mean, that's atrocious as well, but it's like the head is so disproportionate to the body, and the shoulders are just so out of place as well. Look, I know there's a lot of people that mix and match Trials gear with other things, but Trials gear only looks good with other pieces of Trials gear. What in the neon cotton candy hell is this bubblegum raver bullshit? First, your color ratio is just all out of whack. The pink and blue and glowy bits work as an accent color, and that's great. You have that going on for most of your design. But then you said, how can I make this look terrible and you put on these pink boots. And there's this helmet. What the fuck is it with people in this helmet? It is just terrible. Like this Titan. The colors are coordinated. The accents are perfect. The ratio is amazing. And then they put on this fucking helmet. And this seems to be a Titan problem, in fact. They'll have a great design, and then they'll put on a shitty helmet. Another Titan problem is Titans that want to be hunters. Stop. You're above this. Get some help. Ah yes, my favorite monster movie creature, Count Triceratops. 1 horn, 2 horns, 3 horns. Ha 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 ha. People really out here sending me pixelated pictures. Either that or Twitter's compression is real. You know what? I respect the attempt to win me over and flatter me with this not Helm of Inmost Light reference. But the Hunter Hobo Chic just isn't it. I mean, what the actual fuck are you going for? You've got glowy bits, you've got look at how padded my cup and my crotch is bits. You've got plain bits. I have seen people fall into wardrobes and come out more cohesive than whatever the fuck this is. Pick something and build around it. Want to use those boots? Build around the shapes and the textures. Want to use the glowy bits? Well, I hate to break it to you, but you're probably going to be a one-set Andy. If you want to be plain, then you have to tone everything else down. Pick something and go with it. Like I said, Warlock Fashion is literal easy mode, but you get no points for being a one-set Andy. You have failed. Good day. Ah, I see you can use your debit card. How riveting. You know, I'm digging the chest and the boots. Everything else? Well, you started with a very symmetrical look. Your helmet's symmetrical, your chest is symmetrical, your boots are symmetrical. But then you said, how do I fuck it up? And chose asymmetrical arms. The most asymmetrical arms in the game, and the dumbest looking. You know, I don't hate this armor. I even really like the Eye of Doom thing going on here. However, once you finished crafting up this decent set of looking armor, you made the choice to use these shaders, and it isn't just one shader that looks terrible. Oh no. You found the ugliest color palette in all of Destiny, and mixed and matched. The only excuse for using putrefied green in your ensemble is that you're colorblind, so you don't actually know how bad this looks. Now I just feel bad for Warlocks. Like, Warlocks only have 3 chest pieces, don't they? This one, and this one. So this is the problem with any kind of armor that glows as an accent. Looks cool, it's an easy win. However, when you start mixing and matching sets, then you run into instances where large parts of the armor are not accented, like the chest here. This chest could have been accented had you bothered to go to the lighthouse before sending me this rubbish. That said, I think the most impressive thing here is that you're playing Destiny on your phone. Again, second verse, same as the first. Glow or don't glow. I will say I like those boots, but your geometry is all over the place. You have your hard flat angles mixed with your round soft angles. And then there's whatever the fuck's going on with your plumage. And that's going to do it for our fashion show. Nobody wins, we all lose. Remember to like, but only if you did. Subscribe for more. Feel free to donate to my Patreon if you're feeling particularly generous. But above all else, stay frosty.